It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. I've been raking up off these niggas for a minute now. Hey, y'all gonna learn to listen one way or another though. Hey, let's get it. Let me show you how I keep the money coming. Strapped up like he check, nigga, run it. In the mirror, yeah, I love what I'm becoming. Ain't no discussion, boy, don't make me spit your onion. Hey, let me show you how I keep the money coming. Strapped up like he check, nigga, run it. In the mirror, yeah, I love what I'm becoming. Ain't no discussion, boy, don't make me split your onion. Ay, flashback to the days, I was in the days. I was sleeping on the couch, couldn't nobody stay. I was serving up the chicken, couldn't get a raise. Now I'm cooking up the game like I'm Bobby Flay. Fuck rap, I ain't got no friends in this shit. Put them M's to the front like a Benz in this shit. I be swimming through the money, got some fins in this shit. I be stomping through the street like some Timbs in this bitch. Made trends in this shit, but some IOUs, but I don't lose. Construction high, tighten them screws, tie up my shoes. Back on the block, straight to the bag, ho. Jumping off the porch for that green like a tadpole. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about the DJ that don't spin. We try not to talk about him very much over here. You know, sometimes it's hard to avoid him, but for the most part, again, I try to stay away from him. What the hell? Since when was that over there? No wonder my shit been low. But, you know, we try not to talk about bro over here all that much, but he made the egregious statement recently stating that Kendrick Lamar killed hip hop. And he claims that he's spoken to various rappers in the industry that basically feel this way. And he says that now they're getting too over analytical, meaning I guess that people are dissecting the music a little bit further than they were before because of Kendrick and, you know, all of the layers to his music and everything means something. And other artists that want to put out nonsensical types of songs, they're feeling pressure, I guess, under their releases. They're feeling fire under their feet and their ass that they may have to step up their game or be a little bit more intentional about their music. And the DJ that don't spin claims they're not all that happy about it. Now, again, I don't know the specific rappers that this guy is talking to. I don't know who he's had conversations with that feel that way, because for the most part, people that actually rap well, they seem to be pretty excited. People that come from actual hip hop backgrounds, they seem to be pretty excited about where things are going now that the tide has kind of shifted. Now that the standards are changing, at least a little bit. Right? So I don't know who this guy spoke to or who gave him this information behind the scenes, but we're going to go ahead and play it. I'm also going to play a clip from Chillow Reacts with her reaction to the statement from the DJ that don't spin. And then we're going to get into some people talking about Kendrick's impact on hip hop in a positive way. So I'm a little confused on where these quotes are coming from with the DJ that don't spin. So here we are. Shout out to CY Shells or Chells. They state, Academiks says he's talked to a lot of rappers that have told him Kendrick Lamar killed hip hop. He's made hip hop so lame right now where people are over analyzing it. That is the quote on this post.
Yo, I talked to some rappers, bro. Yo, listen, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. Bro, I talked to a few rappers. And obviously, they're not woke rappers. They're not lyrical rappers. A bunch of them feel like Kendrick killed hip hop, bro. Like, I'm just keeping a bean with you.
That's the antithesis of hip hop. Let's be clear. Before we even go further with your shit talk. And you don't have to be lyrical or woke or conscious in order to be hip hop or in order to have something to say in hip hop. But let's be clear, a lot of these motherfuckers that are on the other side of the fence that just make nonsensical stuff with good beats or hard beats or whatever, they were never meant to have a platform in this shit. Let's be clear about that. Yeah, there was always a place for fun and party records, but there was a standard to be nice on the mic, which is why before rappers ever had the opportunity to go in the studio, they had to battle on stage. But let me let me get off my soapbox.
With you. Like, I feel like it's not even I feel. This is what they told me. Yo, bro,
That's what
you
you
made
feel.
hip hop so lame where it's like niggas is just over analyzing shit. Like this is about to be like battle rap again. Like the whole genre is battle rap. And I ain't gonna lie, most of the niggas who told me that, some of them are street niggas and some of them just make regular music. Like they feel like it's harder to get attention doing what they did because Kendrick just turned the shit into a Me Too movement. You feel what I'm saying?
A Me Too movement.
No, I'm not going over that.
Nah. It's harder, and whoever is having private conversations with this clown motherfucker behind the scenes is already in a bad space. But remove that or keep that on the table. Fuck it. But if you feel like you can't get attention now because your crack rock ain't hitting as hard as it used to, don't get mad at Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar been here the whole time. Kendrick Lamar been out here dropping since 2009, been on since 2012. This nigga got 13 years of being a leader in the space. So when y'all was out here putting out bullshit, he was still here being dominant, still overshadowing y'all records. Y'all knew not to drop no time near that nigga. You know what I'm saying? This is the same nigga that when he dropped Good Kid, Mad City, the entire black Twitter was out here live listening to the album, putting this nigga's quotes in the fucking tweets. Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe blew up off of black Twitter. So let's not act like he just had his moment for the first time and just shifted the game. What did that nigga do with Control? What did that nigga do? It's been numerous occasions where this nigga has come out and shifted shit and made niggas have to step their shit up. And if you're not an artist that actually relies on lyrical content or vivid subject matter, then why are you even concerned with what Kendrick Lamar has going on? Because your audience, honestly, shouldn't be worried about what he has going on. If you're one of the Lils, because who could be out here possibly complaining about Kendrick? Sure ain't Future. Future's been more successful last year after collabing with Kendrick than he ever been. That nigga broke records last year for having 3 number 1 albums in the same year. Can't be him. You mean to tell me you spoke with Lil Baby? I don't think y'all even get along. You mean to tell me you spoke to who? Young Thug? I don't think Slime want to talk to you. So who are you talking about that's credible in this space that would have a feeling about what Kendrick Lamar is doing? Anyway, let's get to Chilling with Moni. So Chilling with Moni goes on her Twitter, and I think this also shows up on her YouTube page if you go check it out. She says, according to DJ Academiks, Kendrick Lamar killed hip-hop, and other rappers are scared to release new music, and to that I say good. So here is her issuing a response to the DJ that don't spin and these non-creative rappers.
Spice and fucking Jack Harlow were the top 2 people for hip hop in 2023. Jack Harlow had the first number 1 of 2024 until Megan Thee Stallion put her pen to pad and said, "Nigga, let's rap." She was the last female rapper to go number 1 and got the second number 1 for hip hop. And my thing is, as the alleged face of hip hop, he isn't. So don't take that serious coming out of my mouth. For you academics who allow other rappers to say to you, hip hop is lame right now, when it's seen a drastic climb in 2024 after being in the pits of hell, that says a lot about you as a journalist. And it only further proves that just like the mumbling ass rappers, you don't care about the art form. You just care about the negativity and the bullshit that comes with it. 2024 single-handedly will go down as the year that saved hip-hop from going into a space of destruction, a space of unknown for the genre that was losing its value and its respect. Like, people literally forgot that hip-hop at one point was literally a walking fucking stimulus package. Hip hop used to dominate the charts. Everybody wanted a feature from a rapper in the early 2000s to 2010s. So if Kendrick Lamar killed hip hop and you mumbling ass niggas are scared to drop, I personally want to say thank you, Kendrick Lamar. Thank you, Doechii. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Future. Future dropped 3 tapes. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Schoolboy Q. Say thank you, Glorilla.
All successful
Thank you,
projects.
Rhapsody. Thank you, Common and Pete Rock. Thank you, Vince Staples, etc., 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 whoever dropped last year. Shout out to y'all for deciding to take rap back and reclaim it from these corny ass, no bars having, beat riding ass losers. We are in the era of pushing talent and real lyrics. Let's make all these niggas uncomfortable. I love it. It makes my heart flutter that Akademiks, you have to sit in that funky ass chair and report to us that other rappers are crying to you because they're scared to drop because nobody wants to buy that bullshit.
I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, bro. I talked to a few rappers.
We're not finna listen to the DJ that don't spin again, but I stand by her entire statement. I co-sign it, and I have no pushback on anything she had to say there. Fucking accurate. You know what I'm saying? Why is and I'm pretty sure it's niggas. You know what I'm saying? Lame ass, non-rapping ass niggas that he spoke to, because who else would want to communicate with him? Because even the ladies had one of the illest years last year. You know what I'm saying? Despite how you want to slice it, some of the critiques, whatever the case may be, the ladies had shit jumping last year. I'm waiting for them to get shit back jumping this year. You know what I'm saying? So we could get back to that conversation, because I'm a little bit underwhelmed with some of is coming out from that side of the game. You know what I'm saying? At this current point. But I'm ready for the headliners to come start dropping some big guns too. I'm waiting on Megan to come with Act 3. I'm waiting on Glow to come with the next project. I'm waiting on Cardi to come with her shit. You can say what you want about Cardi. I'm waiting on Lotto to step back out and at least give us a single or two this year, or some key features. You know what I'm saying? There's talk about Doja coming out. She's playing snippets and stuff like that where she's gonna do her shit. We got Doechii saying her debut album is on the way. Like, we need that. Like, yeah, I'm waiting on that shit, man. So it can't be too many talented people talking to dude, because again, who would want to even talk to him? The only motherfucker I know that would even communicate with him and say some shit like that might be fucking Drake. And I don't feel like shitting on him right now, because this really ain't about him, although he was sacrificed in order to get this shit back jumping. But let's walk this back for just a second. Y'all remember 2023 when all the podcasts, the Ebros, the Ray Daniels actually launched his podcast, if I'm not mistaken, off of this, off the narrative that hip hop was about to be replaced by international music. Y'all remember that? When all the labels were going to Mexico, they were going to Africa, they were going to Puerto Rico, they was going to Barbados, they was going here. They like, man, the next wave is international music. Hip hop is being divested in. I remember it very vividly, right? And I said, salute to all these people that's getting record deals. Salute to everybody that's getting their opportunity, right? Because these are people that come from, you know, these are black and brown people getting opportunities, getting life-changing opportunities to do music and be successful. I'm not going to hate on them. But the objective would be for hip-hop to step his shit up. Clearly, Kendrick heard the call that we need to get our shit together. So he said, let me shake some shit up. Let me get this shit back cracking. And he succeeded. Next thing you know, boom, 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 boom. All these #1 albums from hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. Niggas wanted to try their hand at battling. We had so many fucking battles last year. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just wanted to try it. I'm not saying I want everybody to battle. Some people have no business battling. Battle with your paper. Battle with your pen. Battle with your mindset in the booth. You know what I'm saying? Try that out for size. But if artists are challenging themselves and challenging each other, there's no way that the product is going to be devalued. So take that. Now let's move on and get to MC Shan, a legendary rapper, MC, somebody who a lot of icons looked up to, talking about his point of view on Kendrick Lamar, because I don't see him complaining.
As a legend of hip hop, who do you like, Drake or Kendrick Lamar? Who do you give the stamp to?
And we know Lord Jamar is Team Drake.
I don't get into that. I don't get into that. Drake, I don't know what I'm gonna tell you my opinion though. Drake can't never say nothing about hip hop because he violated every rule that ever was. Like, we come from a code. You don't get no ghostwriter. And that right there, and then when you want to sue somebody not to sing the song that's gonna crush you, that definitely takes your hip hop card. So Drake, go back up there with your yarmulke, do what you do. Your money is good, all that. You can't do what we do over here, son. They're not like us. They not like us. You know what I'm saying? You can't bust the rounds that me and Lord bust, nigga. Come on, move back, son.
So I think you pretty much answered the question right there.
Now, Kendrick is a lyrical beast. If you one that loves lyrics and you love, but you have to be really intelligent to listen to Kendrick. And most of these people, their mental ability doesn't pass this. And so the things that Kendrick says, there's no way for them to click it together. It's such a big puzzle for them. You dig what I'm saying? Kendrick runs deep. You got to be deep mentally. You know what I'm saying? You got to be mentally deep.
It's so layered that, you know what I mean? You can't just catch everything one time. You got to listen to his shit a few times.
Yo, salute the motherfucking MC Shan. I don't agree with him all the time because he said some wild shit too in his days. But the fact that MC Shan backed Lord Jamar into a corner to where he now has to give Kendrick his credit when he's been out here documented in doing his best to discredit and say, well, if I got to listen to somebody from Cali, I'm going to listen to Game over Kendrick because I know Game really was in the streets. I know Game was really living that lifestyle, and I feel like he could spit. Hey, I don't disagree that Game could spit. I'm probably one of the last niggas on earth willing to say Game can spit. Now, that don't absolve Game of all his shortcomings, his motherfucking wrongdoings, and bullshit that come with him. But if you're going to say about niggas who can rap, I'll put them in that category. Cool. But let's not act like Kendrick don't measure up. Because when Game needed his resurgence back into the game to do documentary 2, who the fuck did he link up with to get his album popping? Kendrick. So salute to MC Shan for putting that in perspective to even make dude backtrack some of the bullshit he been spewing out here. Now let's scroll down just another one. We got rapper Simba, another person with bars, another person that can really get to it on the mic, that knows how to write both bangers and lyrical records. And here he is giving credit to Kendrick Lamar. On a hip-hop level, not on some, he's a cool guy, he dethroned Drake, he did this and that. We're not talking about that. We just talking about from a hip-hop perspective, from bringing this shit back to where it needs to go in order to solidify the future of what this shit's going to be for the next 5-10 years so that we can influence the next generation to understand what this shit is so that it can carry on another 5-10 years in good hands. What does Simba have to say? And we can pull up, well, I'm not, but we could pull up lyrical mastery from Simba. So this ain't somebody who just came off the street.
Shit, what's going on in the industry with this beef, man?
It's definitely a weird space right now. I think what the beef represented more than Drake versus Kendrick was culture versus commerce, right? And I think for so many years we've seen commerce run hip hop, and we've watched Kendrick over this past 12 months take back the culture. And that's no offense to anybody, but for me personally, like Kendrick was somebody that, for me, like allowed me to be in the studio when I was coming up early. So when we seen this thing happening, we knew like certain people that's of the industry, they have voices on that side of the internet via Academiks or whatever it may be. So when Doc got into this, we was like, yo, we fully supporting Dog. Like whatever he got going on, we gonna support him. And I think what we've realized is music is getting back to a space of regional, right? Representing where you from, authenticity. We've seen the phone make the world one big neighborhood, right? To where you could sound like you could be from Memphis, or you could be from Chicago and sound like somebody from Toronto, or you could be from Toronto and sound like somebody from Atlanta, or whatever it be. I think what Kendrick did with this whole thing was bring things back to the authenticity of rap and representing your corner and your pocket of hip hop. And I don't think nobody took an L in the battle. I think it was a win for the culture as a whole. And I think where we going is very inspiring, and we're gonna keep taking shots from my dog K-Dot, truly being who you are. It was a point in time for the past few years to where somebody would see something working and they'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Now
Copycat.
it's like, no, do you.
Yeah, fact.
You know what I mean? And I think the beef has brought it back to that, which is good.
I mean, speaking of that,
It's
Brandon.
okay if somebody took an L though, but it don't mean it's over.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I agree.
It's okay.
And I don't
say
even.
nobody lost. Somebody lost, but it's okay. He can still.
I mean, all competitions.
Yeah, somebody gonna lose.
Whatever the case may be, but that don't take the greatness from dude though.
That's what
we
I'm
ain't gonna
saying.
let. Yeah, you won, but that ain't finna stop me from.
That's what I'm saying.
That ain't finna stop me from jamming to that.
That's why I said nobody lost.
Yeah,
no loss. That's why I said nobody lost.
It do kind of stop you because it just don't jam no more.
So tell me, hold on.
It ain't got the jam to
So
it.
after a while, it don't even matter. She's jamming. When you play your old pop, you play your old Biggie, is you gonna stop doing that?
Facts.
I don't play
Hell
the
no, man,
Biggie.
shit don't matter, man. Shit
Shot,
was for the
Biggie.
Shot, I went out. I went out two nights ago.
I go next.
What it stop? They both got.
I went out 2 nights ago, right? I went out 2 nights ago.
Next on gun.
And
Next,
they was turning up. They was in there turning up. But what's that called? Nokia, the Drake song, it came on.
Yeah.
They was in there like nothing ever happened.
Right, the girls, right?
They was in there like nothing ever
All the
happened.
dudes, all the dudes, the girls.
But still, the women provided an energy that made everybody happy.
Saved them.
They was in there like nothing ever happened.
But remember
So-
what hip hop is built on.
Exactly.
Okay, so they couldn't save you. Can't save you. They can't save you.
I don't know about that.
They can't
At the
save
end of
you.
the day, if people enjoying your music and they having fun to your music, they'll always chant your music, which gives you a stream, which gives you somebody that's
He
listening to
can't
you.
rap no more.
No, I'm saying, look,
That shit
the
don't
play.
matter.
So you
BJ.
saying Drake took just say fuck it.
He
it's
still
over.
got
I'm
classics.
not saying that. I'm saying they just don't
I think he
hit
got
the
more
same.
classics to
It
come.
don't hit the same.
It
I'm
don't
not saying
right
it can't.
now.
I'm just
It
saying.
don't hit the same right,
Lot of
but I
people-
think it will if. All it takes is that one Drake song though.
The Playboy Cardi album. What you think?
Yeah, we got.
Damn, my shit just went crazy. My shit went haywire for a second. They said, man, cut that shit off. I will obey. What the fuck was that? Not to mention, we just had OG legend Will Smith come out and admit that he reached out to Kendrick Lamar and Jay-Z for advice on getting back into music. Now, I'm not trying to talk about his project right now. I listened to it, wasn't really feeling it. Wasn't really my vibe, wasn't really for me. I've never really been, like super big on Will Smith as a rapper. I appreciate him as a rapper. I don't put him in my GOAT conversation, but I revere him as a rapper because that's what he started as. That's why we know him. He got classic records. He got good feel-good records. But The vibe he was on this project wasn't for me. But when he wanted to get back in the motherfucking swing of things and get back in that studio, who did he call? He could have told us he called Drake if he wanted to. I'm not trying to make this a Dot versus Drake conversation, but I'm just saying, you would think, based on public perception, a Will Smith would reach out to I can't even say all American, can I? But the so-called clean nigga, the corporate darling, once upon a time. But I'll digress. I'm just trying to figure out how you could say hip-hop died or killed hip-hop when a nigga came and gave you a song like Reincarnated. How could you possibly say hip-hop died when a nigga come and give you, oh, I get it. He was talking about you at the end of fucking, what's the joint? Man at the Garden. The lames that could speak on the game I breathe. He's talking about you. That's why you say it died. Yeah. He was talking dead on your ass. So I understand now you're trying to find people that are going to identify with your hurt feelings. But shut the fuck up. Don't speak definitively about this shit. And them niggas who would like to remain anonymous, let them remain anonymous. Don't quote them if they're not going to stand on it. Because it ain't about Kendrick coming out and dissing them niggas either. But they clearly must be garbage if they're insecure about putting their music out. If they've already been out here successful and have deals, and you should be trying to feed your fans by all means. Even if the rest of the hip hop game doesn't care, you should be feeding your fans. And if you're willing to let the success of that man deter you from feeding your fans, you should have never been here to begin with. That's my stamp. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments, though. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're coming inside. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace. King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more to survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.